Welcome back into Main Street Living. Cheryl, you know that here on Main Street, we love to be inspired by good news stories, and we especially love seeing young people make their mark on the world.
Oh my gosh, it makes it my day. And our next guest is a perfect example. At 14 years old, he's already an entrepreneur, speaker, philanthropist, animal advocate, and founder of Beaux Paws. Welcome to the show, Sir Darius Brown. So excited to chat with you today. And Darius, you have already started sewing bow ties for quite a few years for yourself, but then you started to make an impact for shelter pets back in 2017 after Hurricanes Harvey and Irma. That's near and dear to my heart. I'm a meteorologist. I know the devastation that these natural disasters can cause. So how did you come up with this idea?
So I came with this idea of wanting to make bow ties in the first place was because it was my sister who helped me at first because I always called my sister my second mom. Anything she wanted to do, I wanted to do. So anytime I would want to come home, she would always be on the sewing machine, and I would always want to help her make the hair bows and the wigs that she was making at that time. So anytime she'd be on the sewing machine, I wanted to help. But, unfortunately, when I was younger, I was diagnosed with a speech delay, comprehension delay, and a fine motor skills delay. So it was she was sort of kind of scared if I was to use the sewing machine in some sort of way. But my mom had an amazing idea that if I was to cut the fabric, it could also develop my fine motor skills. So once I started to play around the fabric, it developed my fine motor skills, and I didn't have any challenge no more. And I got comfortable making bow ties over time, and decided to make my own way of making bow ties.
Wow.
And here you are on Main Street, and the speech is on point. So look how far you've come. You also started Beaux Paws. What is your mission with Beaux Paws?
So my mission with Beaux Paws, I currently have a mission called the Possum Mission, which is where I go around the 50 states across the United States of America, and I try to donate as many bow ties as I possibly can to those 50 states. So last year, I was able to do seven or 10 states. I went to Virginia, New York, Florida, and many other states like that, just to, make sure that dogs are having my bow tie so that they'll be able to find a loving home and be able to have the care that they need.
I love that you're doing that too, because a lot of the times when you go to the shelters, some of the animals, they look so sad in the cages, and it's nice to kind of spice things up a little bit with a cute little bow tie, make them look even more loving and adoptable. I mean, they already are, but the bow ties add that little extra sparkle to every pet. How did you develop such a passion for animals?
So I feel like I always had a special love for animals. Unfortunately, where I used to live, I was never able to have a dog or a cat. So I will always be hurt anytime I see somebody else with a dog, cat, because I always wanted my own. And then I remember looking at the ASPCA commercials, and I always saw that I was playing Heart as the Angel song, and there was
we know.
Yes. Oh, it's sad.
I was just in tears. I really felt like it developed my love for animals. So I feel like I always had a strong love for animals.
Oh my goodness, you are amazing. Oh, I just want to try to hug you.
So Darius, wait, do you make all of these yourself? How many have you made? Do you donate them, or do people buy them?
Yeah, so when I first started, I made them myself. But then now I get a major and a lot of more orders. So I have my mom, and my team who helps me with making bow ties now.
And how do you come up with the designs? I mean, are there different patterns and colors you choose from?
Yes. So normally for dogs, who in animal shelters, what I normally do is I want to make sure that the bow ties have a bling or really stand out, so that the animals in the animal shelters, they'll look more noticeable. So that when people look for a prospected dog or cat to adopt, then they'll see, oh yeah, he's wearing a bow tie, he looks so different or special, he looks so cute. So it just gives that butterfly effect, or that push that they need to look special.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm like, oh, maybe I want this pet, but wow, that one looks pretty jazzy. So do you donate the ones you give to the shelter, or can people buy them as well?
Yes, people could also buy them as well, and I normally donate them. And if people are interested into buying one of my boat sizes, go to sirdariusbrown.com.
Awesome. Any final message you would like to share with our viewers before we go to maybe encourage people to do things like what you're doing and to step up and to help other people and animals?
Yeah, so some inspiring words that I could say is that firstly, if you are living in a place that allows animals, make sure you adopt, don't shop, because it's always important to make
Mhm.
sure that you find an animal that really needs the love and care for. And also, like if you want to go into like having a business, don't if you want to have a business, make sure you find a passion for it and make sure you don't give up no matter what you do in life, because I know it sounds so fake, but it's so true, because no matter what you do, it will come your way.
Oh my gosh. Wow. We need to have you as a spokesperson with us and just go everywhere. You inspire people all across the US and probably the planet as well. You are incredible.
Thank you.
Yes. Sir Darius Brown, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out his website. And thanks so much for joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right. So inspiring. Stick with us, though. Coming up, is it safe to go back to the dentist? We'll talk to one.